Hey Morty, we gotta be doing a podcast, Morty. We gotta do a podcast right now. We gotta do it because there's demons all over the place, Morty. We have done episode 7, taking over, Morty. It's just everything is over the demons. We gotta do a podcast to scare them off, Morty.
Is this the Legend of Korra I've heard so much about? Is that what you're doing? Is that from that Legend of Korra's?
When we started this, I asked you to play along, and I was asking for your best Morty.
I was like, halfway through, I was like, should I do my Morty? What would Morty say? And I was like, I don't know, right? And then I was like, that's not
I don't know if we can do a podcast, Rick. We don't really have anything to talk about inventory. It's okay, Morty. It's just anything. It's improv. It is all good. You can just drop it on your head. No one really gives a fuck what you talk about, Morty. Everything's a podcast. Anyone can do it, Morty. All you need is like a fucking microphone or some shit in the YouTube channel, Morty.
Is this Get Swifty? Is that the...
Take a shit on the floor.
Take
a shit on the floor.
That's not from Get Swifty,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was from the second song.
The second song was like, head down there, posterior in the air.
That wasn't the best episode, to be honest. I think the episode before that was better.
Well, that was...
and no, to be honest, like, I think that every season should have a Rixty Minutes in it. Rixty Minutes was the episode that they did mostly improv of, and that's probably the best episode. Like, maybe one of the best episodes of any television show ever.
Yeah, it's one of those shows where even they're not as good shows are still leagues better than most shows.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just saying that last week's episode, I just feel like was kind of weak. The whole, like, show me what you got.
Show me what you've got.
I've been saying that all week. I've just been like walking around, like when I'm on the phone with Christina, I'll just be like, "Show me what you got."
Shit. That's what we call sexting, kids. Wear a condom on your phone.
Sexting. I didn't even think about that.
Who the fuck are we?
I'm Bret.
I'm Ely.
Follow at your dreams.
I have dreams. This is episode 8 of We Could Be Wrong, the Alexis Texas of podcasts.
Alexis Texas.
Yep.
Is that?
She's an actress.
Yeah, I think she's a certain type of actress.
A Shakespearean actress.
Yeah. Go look up Alexis Texas, but make sure your safe search is on, because you want to live dangerously.
Yeah. You will see her performance in King Lear. King Lear?
I feel like someone should just someday hire a bunch of porno actresses and actors and just do like a serious Shakespearean play. And just so that like when someone's like, who's Natasha Gray? Is that her name?
Sure, why not?
That one who's actually become a legitimate actress, and she's been in like movies with I think she was in...
Wait, time out. I'll have you know that pornography is a legitimate art form, Brett.
Okay. I think it's Sasha Grey.
Oh,
Sasha Grey.
Yes.
It just have it so like someone's like, who's Sasha Grey? Let me look that up. And then just like the first thing is like a rendition of Midsummer's Night's Dream, but with just all porno actresses. So that whenever you look up like who's Sasha Grey, you look her up online, and like the first thing is like Midsummer's Night's Dream. You're like, oh, I guess she really is a Shakespearean actress. I'm doing it for them. Yeah, really.
Hey!
And just to troll the entire internet.
Hey, strive to be interest. What can you say to draw a dirt more opulent than your sister? Speak. Nothing, my lord. Nothing. That's a King Lear for you.
I used to actually have the first page of Shakespeare memorized.
Shakespeare? Just Shakespeare?
Not Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, okay. Because Shakespeare
used to have that damn Romeos and Juliets memorized, but then it was kind of like a fag play, so I was like, nah.
So we're the Alexis Texas of podcasts.
I actually didn't. That's just weird that you're bringing that out.
Why not?
We're the Debbie Does Dallas of podcasting.
Yeah. We might as well be.
Oh man, you're making me remember the shitty videos I used to make back in the day, because I used to. Oh my god, I don't even want to. The fucking Fox News rants. Oh, I was like, everything I hate about YouTube is shit I hate that I used to do on YouTube.
I was my own enemy.
I think I saw a great quote about that, where it's like 90% of the shit you hate is shit you used to do.
Yeah,
it's like, yep.
Every time you see a mirror, you punch it.
God, the only person I hate more than all of you is myself.
All of me. All of me hates all of you.
So, what did you want to talk about tonight?
Earlier today, I got a comment from a video I made over a year ago. So, for some background, there's this guy called JonTron, and on Twitter, he's...
Oh my God.
Okay, so on Twitter...
Next segue. There's this guy called the Nostalgia Critic. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, he was part of this thing called the Gaming Grumps.
The Gaming Grumples?
Yeah, the Grumpelskilskins. Grumpelskilskins. Anyway... So, JonTron...
It's actually at hppt//youtube.com.
Remember to ask your purveyor's permission.
Now, the U in YouTube is actually YOU, not the letter U.
Like the crazy kids like to do.
.com/channel/411411224.
It's like,
oh my God. I was listening to a stream last night.
Okay.
And if you sent in a donation with a message, the stream, there was like an automated voice that would read back the message. People started sending like, "Hey, can you check out?" It was a Hearthstone thing. Can you check out this deck I made? And so the voice like, "Hey, can you check out my deck? It's at /http://www.hearthstone.com/deck number 11881224822138910."
Wow, that's exactly the deck that I have.
And it's like, oh my God, you actually had to program it so it would stop on numbers.
Could you program it to love?
No, you can't. Because robots can't feel love.
No human emotions?
Human emotion. I feel like, I've told you before that I one day want it to be like,
a robot.
Robots are like the ones trying to get civil rights, and I'll just be the one who's like, I don't think any robots should be damn rights.
Yeah, I remember that. It's one of our greatest hits.
One of our greatest hits that no one gave a shit about.
It's just like a commercial back in the 90s where like the compilation of like romantic metal songs. It's just like, now you can hear your favorite hits and we could be wrong.
I think I sat on my dick wrong. It's like...
That ever happened?
But let's go back. Let's go back to the Gammon groups.
The Goomengops. So,
Goomengops.
Before I got rudely interrupted.
They're actually a heavy metal German band called the Goomengops.
Yeah. They play their metal songs while they're doing like a video game on screen.
It's really meta.
It's like some sort of weird Let's Play thing going on. They'll have like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and they'll just go like...
This is the best Zelda. I played this one while you're wearing Lederhosen.
I love the one featuring Rammstein.
This steam train goes directly to Auschwitz.
Oh, yeah, people played the... That's not funny.
Part of me was like, I should not make
Yeah, people played the table flip and we will play it finally. If you play it wrong, we will kill you with the spot.
Like they do gangs and guns or whatever that one is, where you just pull out guns at other people, but they pull out real guns. Like, how lucky do you feel today?
Why do I sound like a... Wow, no. So, JonTron.
Why do I sound like Hans Gruber?
Hey, Hans Gruber. Hans Gruber Mellencamp is my favorite country singer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little pig houses for you and me. So, fuck.
Halfway through every song, though, he just starts speaking with an English accent for some reason. That's a movie joke. That's a reference to something.
God damn, what is that from?
Hans Gruber? That's the villain of the first Die Hard movie.
Oh! No, when you talk about the British... Oh! Shit! Fuck! I knew the name, I didn't connect it to. If you were to say, Harry Potter, Slytherin Snape, then I would have been getting, oh!
Well, no,
Die
Hans
Hard.
Gruber is the character played by Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman,
But he plays a German terrorist in, like, one of his first major roles.
It's like, you're not a terrorist, you're just a robber. I'm a fantastic robber.
And then there's just the one scene in the movie where he tries to pretend to be American. He's like, whoa, dude!
I remember that. It's like, hey, you're Bruce Willis. I'm American, dude.
Radical!
Wow, Europeans talk funny.
I think one of my favorite things is just Europeans doing American accents. Like, doing, like, American impersonations.
Oh,
where's the nearest cheeseburger?
I think Hugh Laurie is the best one.
That's because he fooled the country. There's actually that great Golden Globes bit where Hugh Laurie and Zach Braff came out, and Hugh Laurie's talking, and Zach Braff's like, "Oh, I get it. We're both medical shows, so you need to show me up by speaking like you're a British man. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll talk like this, governor." It was a really good bit. So let's get back to the topic you've been trying to get to for 5 years.
Yes, kissing boys. No. JonTron, he called PSN, as his words to call it, retarded, and then...
Oh, yeah, then...
And then someone said, like, hey, can you not use the word retarded to call, like, something, things like that? And then he said, oh, I didn't realize you were retarded, which is, like, you know, the worst way to respond back. I mean, sure, use the word you want, but when someone says don't... Could you not use that? You could easily ignore them and not say anything, but he decided, no, I need to show the world that I'm pathetic.
And it's not to say anything indicative of him or anything. It's just like, hey, that's kind of a dick move. Like, I don't think, like, people always mistake you when you talk about this. It's not to say, like, he's a jackass and he's terrible, blah, blah. It's just say, like, hey, dude, there's certain words. And, like, I think retarded is, like, slowly becoming one of those words. Like, because I remember when I was, like, 15 and I was in high school and everything was gay. Because that's how the lingo was. And then slowly over time I was like, oh... That's a word I shouldn't use.
Everything is gay is the tagline for Tumblr.
Yeah. No, it's everything can be made gay.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my.
I'm British. So anyway, we're going with JonTron. It's like, I think the problem was more that he felt obligated to just keep trying to defend himself, but in a way
it's
worse and worse, because he was trying to go like, things are happening in the Middle East, and I'm like, you know, don't do that to yourself. Don't try to, like, take current events of like tragedies and try to go like, oh, look at that, ignore any I think I'm going to ignore any responsibilities that I have.
Yeah, there's, like, a lot of issues with that. Like, mainly it's just, like, when you're on the internet, it's easy to always feel like you're being attacked when, you know, like, and I've had that happen too. Like, I've had videos where people are like, hey, can you stop using the word gay or retarded or fag or stuff like that? And it's like, and like when I was younger, yeah, I took that shit as attacks and I was like, fuck you, you don't understand me. But then, like, you know, like, as I got older, I was like, oh, you know what? There's just words that I probably shouldn't use because I'm just some fucking asshole privileged kid. And maybe I shouldn't be using the word gay as an insult or retarded as an insult.
With me, it's like, fine, I have friends who do use that flippantly, but the thing about them is they don't try to set themselves up as a better person because, or they try to end up using the Rick and Morty clip a bunch of times to justify it, or keep, like, using some comedian I
love that Rick and Morty joke. I really do, but I hate that it's just become, like, thousands of people's automatic defense method. Like,
yeah.
That's a great joke. That's a great fucking joke. Mm-hmm. And it's like Fight Club. That's a great movie that stupid people misinterpret.
It's like, it's about the pussy.
And it's like, no, the joke in that Rick and Morty thing is that he's talking about actual mental retardation versus the use of the word and kind of the Tumblr demonstration that, like, Tumblr is this force that wants to do good, so it amasses. It's like it creates a mass of people that will just fucking harass shit if they think that it's. Man, that's one thing I don't like about Tumblr. I can't stand Tumblr.
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
like on one hand, I kind of cringe whenever I hear people make like the same old Tumblr jokes, like "Is mayonnaise a gender? No, Tumblr." I'm like, because I keep thinking, put your emphasis on the real quote unquote enemy. But then again, like Tumblr.
But then again, you go onto Tumblr and it's like, are you a man? Fucking asshole. It's like. Like,
don't you dare tell me that those gens are genderless.
Art theft is like so fucking popular on Tumblr.
It's just, oh my god.
But yeah, you were, and this isn't even about JonTron, to be fair. We've made this sound like we're talking about JonTron. We don't give two shits about JonTron. Like, he's a way more popular and talented man than the both of us are. So this is nothing about him.
But we got the nicer ass. No, wait. So...
you got that pussy. Put the pussy on the chain whip.
It's like I'm googling this right now. That's not a real thing that people say.
Do they get swifty?
Hey, get swifty. Take a shit on the floor. Oh, what the fuck am I talking? So, my response to like JonTron's meltdown was just a clip of a Mike Birbiglia bit where he says, "What I should have said was nothing," and that's it. Like
there's like so many points on the internet where 90% of your response should just be, take it with a grain of salt and move on. Mm-hmm. And there's too many people online.
Which might be a little ironic for what you're doing, but okay.
What?
Might be a little ironic for what we're doing, but all right.
Yeah, but like no. I guess that's a fair point, but like, it's just no. But I'm just saying what your point was with that video wasn't to say you were policing what you can say. It should just be like he should have seen that response, either said to himself, "Hey, you know what? Maybe this guy has a point," or "You know what? I don't fucking care what this kid thinks."
But here's the thing: like when someone made a comment about me saying, like, "Oh, Eli, yeah, here we go again. You're doing the same thing," and I'm thinking. I'm thinking, do I know you? Yeah. I don't know you.
No, I got the same shit. It's like some kid came onto my Twitter and was like, "You used to be so funny." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't. No, I was never fucking funny. That's your first mistake, sir."
It's like, who are these people that think they know us so well that we've never come in contact to? I've never recognized this person, and I'm like, why do you think I know you?
I think that's an issue that I have with the internet. Anywhere in the internet. Anywhere. It's not directed anywhere, but it's like people take shit so fucking personally, and it's like you don't even know this person. Like maybe if I was talking to you and you said something that personally hurt me, I would talk to you because we've been friends for like 8 years now.
Oh my god, has it been
but
that
it's
long?
Like fucking random ass internet people come at me sometimes and they're like, what do you mean by this? And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Do I know you?
I think it's because...
And I mean, right. To be honest, I get it 1% the amount of shit you get like that.
Well, it's fine. It's just that I'm thinking, why... It's sort of the idea that when we go to the internet, we think we know these people personally. We think because we spend so much time with them or around them that we absolutely know everything that they're thinking about, everything that they're going to say. But the problem is, like, people are more complex and nuanced outside the computer.
Oh, yeah. No, of course. And I did want to bring up that, like, we've always talked about how we don't want to talk about, like, you still get shit on for stuff that happened in like 2012 that people still haven't let go. Yeah. And they hate you for some imaginary thing that never even happened, which is the best part. Yeah. You made fun of this person. No, you didn't. When the fuck did you make fun of that person? Whatever. But like we've always said, we don't want to bring them up because personally they're just kind of pathetic. And this is the most we're ever going to talk about them. That's kind of the... I mean, when we were...
To a certain part, I kind of feel bad.
I feel bad for some of them because they've taken the shit that we've done and they've gotten so riled up over it. And it's kind of funny because we don't give a shit about them, really. Like, when we were building this show, we were like, hey, what happens if we ever have more people like this? And we were just like, don't fucking talk about it, because who fucking cares? And, yeah, no, that's really it. There's just a bunch of weird people online that will follow you. That's, okay, so segueing into something I've always talked about is hate following. What the fuck is with hate following, and why is there so much of it? Like,
it's like, I can't believe this person did something. Why?
Oh, no, it's not even that.
It's like, why are you following them? Because I'm angry.
I'll see Anita Sarkeesian post something, and then I, like, look at the comments of what she's posted, and it's filled with, like, of course you fucking think that. Like, why are you even here? Like, there are people, like, I don't know, like Trump and Sargagar of Arkakar, who I'm just like, I fucking totally disagree with those people and don't think their opinion is very valid. I don't fucking follow them and go like, and this happens on both sides. I don't want to state any like false like thing, but it's just like, I see this shit and I'm just like, why do you want to spend so much of your time with the people you fucking hate?
I think, I used to follow a lot of the people who were venomously anti-Gamergate, and they would always screen cap like some of the most venomous stuff from Reddit posts or from Twitter.
No, that's something I always had an issue with. Yeah, people like Sarah Butts.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a call to like call her out, because I mean she does that totally on her own volition. It's just like I saw that and I was just like, I think that this is like...
If anything, it could... the reason we do that is because it confirms the predetermined idea that we have that, of course, Gamergate is awful. But it's just like, we keep seeing this over and over and over again. We have something to get angry about. And when you get angry, you got some people to vent that anger with. Especially so when you're hate following someone.
Oh, yeah, no. I like, that's... And I told you this a while ago, and you fucking called me on this shit. And I was right. Fuck you. I was like, I don't like Sarah Butts, because I just feel like this is just, like, rallying people to be mad, and I think that we should more like be like, hey, if there are people who've been victims of this kind of like venomous stuff going on, maybe we should just be more supporting. And that's kind of why I like that whole Crash Overdrive thing, and like people just being like, hey, let's get together and let's just fucking support each other, instead of look what this asshole said. And it happens again both sides, but like it's just like I'm just like, this is not much better than people who like go onto Anita Sarkeesian's like tweets and are like, you fucking slut, and it's like,
I think the people who are worse than that are people who bring Anita Sarkeesian to topics that have nothing to do with Anita Sarkeesian. Like someone might say something along the lines about like, I don't know, I like barbecue sauce, and another person would come up and be like, Anita Sarkeesian's a whore! And I'm like...
Oh, yeah, that College Humor video thing you posted? Oh, my God.
Where was that? What?
You posted, I believe it was you. It could be someone else. I just equate you to them. Where it was where they were joking about beauty bloggers.
Oh, I actually posted that where someone's talking beauty bloggers. Like, oh, you don't want to talk about game journalism because apparently there's no corruption, and anyone who calls out corruption.
And first off, way to miss the fucking joke. This was not about, because I watched that video before you even posted that. That video was not about fucking beauty journalism. It was about beauty blogs. There's a difference. There's a fucking difference.
Beautiful. It's just, secondly, why?
And second off, they made a video calling out video game YouTubers.
And thirdly, it's like, who are these people who think that calling out sexism within the gaming journalism automatically means that people deny any corruption in gaming journalism?
Fourthly, why do these people want College Humor to make a video on Gamergate? like
College Humor, just make a video.
Hi,
it's like,
I'm Patrick Castles from College Humor. We all like to have fun sometimes, but you know what's not funny? And then like it goes like, you know, lighting gets harsh, the background blacks out, and he's like, ethics in games journalism.
Hi, I'm Josh Rubin. I don't know if I'm selling College Humor, but let me tell you something.
Josh Rubin's not in College Humor. Way to date yourself.
Hi, I'm Jake and Amir. I'm one person now.
I don't think Jake is still there. I think Amir is still there to a limited capacity.
Okay. Hi, I'm that British woman. What's her name?
Is she British? I thought she was just British Columbian.
I don't give a fuck.
It's technically a version of Britain. It's just in Colombia. No, that's that. I made that point jokingly, but yeah, that is like, why would you care if College Humor called out Gamergate? Like, I just do love that idea of like Patrick. Yeah, and that's the thing is, they made a video, so that was making fun of the beauty bloggers. I think it was a pretty funny. I think it was a pretty funny sketch. Mm-hmm. But like, people are like, "Oh, but you don't call out gamers." And it's like, yeah, they did. They called out. They made every YouTube gamer
called out
ever.
YouTube gamers, and that's the sort of idea that's going around. It's just like the YouTuber is the quote unquote every man, or the guy that I could trust them with my game news as opposed to those game journalist websites. When ironically,
it's. I think that it's like a new frontier that could be explored, because it's like, the issue is
some people don't put
YouTube gaming is the future. That is where the scene is going to go. But right now we're in like what movies had with the days of Ain't It Cool news. We're fucking like Ain't It Cool. Oh, excuse me. Ain't It Cool kind of like dictated to movies for a while, and Ain't It Cool was like super unethical. Like when what's his name? Let me look it up. Vamp for a second.
Okay, you know what my favorite ice cream flavor is? I don't. There's no point.
Harry Knowles. There we go. Harry Knowles was flown out to New York to.
I got a pair of Harry Knowles right here.
Harry Knowles was flown out to New York to preview the Godzilla movie, which, in his review, he gave it a super high score. Like, I think he gave it like a perfect review score or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And then the movie comes out, it's garbage, and then people are like, Harry Knowles, you gave that like a fucking perfect score. The fuck was with that? And he says, like, no, I didn't review the movie. I reviewed the experience of being allowed into New York to witness this movie. It wasn't a review of Godzilla. It was a review of the Godzilla experience I was shown.
First of all, I go to New York a lot. That is not a 10 out of 10. Secondly,
that is not a 10 out of 10. It is a piss smell with a weird lady wearing plastic bags out of 10. I think that's like the moment I remember most as a child, was like I had never seen a homeless person, and then I go to the New York for the first time with my dad to go to his office, and then we're going in, and we're walking right outside of Grand Central. There is a lady wearing a shopping bag as clothing, and like two cops trying to be like, "Ma'am, get off the street! Ma'am, get off the street!" And that is how I found out what homeless people are. Also, that's how I went to my first gay pride parade. Was my dad was like, "Hey, Brett, let's go to my office, and I got to pick up some paperwork, and you'll get to see New York." And I'm like, "Oh, cool!" And so I go with my dad, and we go, and we actually got stopped by the gay pride parade, so we had to stand there for a while. My dad's like, "What do I do with my son? Do people think I'm like in the parade, but I'm not really here for the parade? I'm just trying to get to my building."
This podcast is a modernist work of art. It's like some sort of stream of consciousness that Virginia Woolf would have loved to be a part of.
It's a conversational podcast.
Yeah, William Faulkner would have killed to write a poem like ours.
But, okay, so like I was saying, YouTube is kind of in like its Ain't It Cool stage, where it's kind of unethical, but actually has a lot of influence over the medium. A lot of influence where you're like, probably shouldn't have that much influence, Harry Knowles.
Hey, I'm not reviewing Shadow of Mordor. I'm reviewing the Shadow of Mordor experience.
Yeah, and that's kind of thing. And like the thing is, internet movie reviews and news started to get a lot better. After people were like, "Hey, I want to be like Harry Knowles, but not super unethical," and like,
that's a weird thing to cheer out.
And the thing is,
hey, I want an extra cheeseburger.
You have to be super open, which is why, like, I actually really like, Ain't It Cool, Kind of Funny, even though they've been getting shit on because they got Konami to give them an official endorsement.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Konami is flagging a bunch of other videos down, or putting Content ID on that.
Yeah, and like
and asking people to take down Twitch streams of Metal Gear Solid 5.
To be fair, if you have an embargo date, Twitch even says
like
this.
not even like journalists, just people who play the game.
Yeah, no. But like, I once explained this to a friend who put up gameplay of Fallout 4 that he was able to find at a store 2 weeks before it was supposed to... Or Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking, he found Fallout 4 already?
2 to 3 weeks before it was supposed to come out, he found it in a store, and he put up gameplay. And I knew this guy. I was like, dude, take that off your YouTube page. And he's like, no, it's going to get me a lot of views. I'm like, yeah, and fucking Bethesda's going to find it, and there's an embargo on it, and you're going to get your ass suspended. And he's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, no, fucking take it off. He doesn't. He gets suspended from YouTube for basically Bethesda had it so that I think IGN was allowed. And I guess I've heard some of the arguments where there shouldn't be embargoes. Jim Sterling actually made a great video about embargoes and why embargoes help. And yeah, some of the first gameplay footage and stuff kind of hurts. Like, a friend of mine was trying to show me this trailer to a game, but he couldn't find it because it was exclusively on IGN's website.
Oh, then go to IGN's website.
Go to IGN.com/12video//
Keep it locked in the comments below.
Keep it locked. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad they stopped Keep It Locked, because that was
a stream of consciousness.
The tentacles of endless madness purged from its eldritch horror mouth as it just looked you in your eyes, and forever to all eternity you knew. Keep it locked to IGN.
I was just thinking of The Great Gatsby, whatever. I looked up and I saw a mark on the wall, and there was the comment section for an IGN video, and it was so...
Too many gay superheroes, need more straight.
English majors will get that joke anyway. So
English major.
No, I was talking about the mark on the wall.
Yeah, because the Gatsby. I was like, no, it's pretty obvious I'm making a joke about. Oh God, I can't go onto the comment section of IGN anymore. I can't do it. Because I went on there for a comic book thing where they're just like, Iceman revealed as gay. And then, like, you go into the comment section. It's just a fucking minefield of, like, he wasn't gay 20 years ago. Why did he change? And then people are like, well, you know, like, characters can change over time. It's kind of how you vary them up, make them more interesting. No!
You know, I love it whenever people say, like, why does it matter if they're gay or straight or, you know, black or white? Why does it matter of that? What character is not straight or white?
I think the worst example of that was Dorian from Dragon Age.
Okay.
Where people are like, he's like, he's a gay character. And people are like, it shouldn't matter that he's gay. And it's like, okay, then why does it matter to you that he's gay?
It's like, I wish we would get to the point where it really didn't matter if they were gay, but the fact that people are surprised there are gay characters, that we want gay characters there, yeah, it does matter. Because representation matters. I
mean, I had a friend we were talking about Krem, who's a character, a transsexual man in Dragon Age, and he was just like, man, I hate that they added Krem just so that they could have a transsexual. I'm like, that's kind of a... It's kind of a weird viewpoint to have.
It's like, I hate that they had to add a character so that they could have diversity.
I hate that you hate that there's a character in there.
It's like people like to talk about, like, just fake, and wanting for diversity, just doing it for just the attention and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, you know, tokenism, that's one thing, but, you know, the fact that they're acknowledging that different people exist, and the fact that there's an audience there that wants that those people exist. You know.
I saw a tweet from the woman who she was retweeting it. The woman who wrote and created Kamala Khan, the new Miss Marvel, and she was just like, she was retweeting this from someone else, and she's like, it's not that we are adding in varied and diverse characters for just diversity's sake.
For the money.
We're adding them in because people want realistic worlds, and realistic world doesn't mean only white people.
I think, like, to take this to something more serious, I think Greg Carter, he kind of, in regards to rape in video games. Like, Greg Carter made this great comment. It's like, a lot of people would argue that people would talk about, rape in video games would make it more realistic. But video game realism is apparently there are rapists behind every hill and no one poops.
No one does poop in video games.
Yeah.
No, Duke Nukem did, and you could throw it at people.
Yeah. It's just like, it's just very rare. Like, a lot of people like to talk about realism. But what levels of realism do they want? And just like acknowledging that different people exist and not like setting them up as a stereotype or not setting them up as like, the sidekick character. It's like, hey, you go, boy.
Yeah, and I always talk about this with Christina, that one of the things I dislike is comics are arguably one of the most progressive and just greatly diverse mediums right now, because they kind of went through a revolution where like people were just like, can we stop having white dude as the main character? And so they're like, okay, let's make varied stories. Let's kind of mix things up. You get Kamala Khan, who's probably one of the coolest things to happen to comics in like years. Seriously, go read the new Miss Marvel. It's fantastic. It's like Peter Parker if he grew up as a girl and in a Muslim family. And like the best thing is the fact that she's Muslim isn't like a racial, no, it is a racial thing, but like it's treated like this. Like, one of my favorite scenes is in the first story is just she's like at this gas station buying a soda with her friend, and this girl and her boyfriend, like the local popular kids, walk in, and he's buying a bacon burrito, and he's like, oh, you guys should try this, it's really great. And then the girlfriend's like, they're Muslim, they can't eat that, I think. And I just love that. And then like Kamala's like, actually, we can eat pork. Like, that's not a thing. You can just choose not to eat pork. It's like, it's the best part about Kamala Khan is that it's from a perspective of, it's not just like racial issues you think that would pop up where it's like her father's like, oh, girls can't do this, oh, you have to go to different sides of the mosque, which is something they bring up. But they also bring up like what it's like to be living in a nation of like a Christian, Jewish, well, it's mostly Christian nation, and have to deal with the issues of being a Muslim and like people just thinking you're weird because you're different. Yeah, it's a great story.
On a side note, Kamala Khan is an awesome name.
Yeah, it's a great name. Yeah. Fucking awesome.
It sounds like a badass.
And so I forget where my original point with this was going, but basically it's just like comics were now I got it back. Comics are shifting to be way more diverse, way better. I really love it. But like, here's the thing that I have with homosexuality represented in comics. If it's a woman, then it's fine. Because, a lot of characters have come out as lesbian or bi. You've got Batwoman, Catwoman has come out with bi tendencies. Harley Quinn has come out as bi. Poison Ivy has come out as either bi or lesbian. I forget what it was. But when a man comes out as bi or gay...
Oh, no!
Yeah, that's when people get really mad. And it's like, the only real gay male characters I can think of are like Midnighter and...
No!
Well, Midnighter, to be fair, was created gay. Like, that was always part of his character. Mm-hmm. There was... It's
almost like it's a reverse Roman Empire where, like, I believe it was it Roman or Greek? I'm so dumb with history. I'm sorry.
Greek, there was a lot more like bisexual tendencies.
Oh, okay, Greek.
Roman, I'm pretty sure there was also bisexual tendencies in Roman.
Yeah, it was more appropriate for like that to happen amongst men than women. Now it's sort of reverse.
Yeah, and that's the thing I don't like. Max Landis kind of had something he did where he's like, I get that a lot of people are getting excited that a lot of lesbian characters are coming out, but a lot of them feel like they're there for fanboy bait, like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy kind of becoming a couple lately. As he put it, it's like, it feels like that's fanboy bait, and what he was saying, well, what I kind of inferred from it, was that I want there to be more gay couples, male, because that seems to be the one that freaks people out. Because it's kind of like that, there was that old joke because I think it was John McCain's campaign website in 2012 got hacked. And so it changed his policy on gay marriage from John McCain believes in traditional marriage to John McCain believes in traditional marriage, except, when the wife starts cheating on the husband with another woman, because let's face it, guys, it's kind of hot. And, like, that's kind of what I feel like with some of the bi and the lesbian relationships that have been forming in comics, is that it's kind of based more on that than actually, like, having... Like, Batwoman's a really great example of
Bill
a really...
Hicks had a similar joke to that, where it's like, oh, the Two Daddies book, that's a disgrace. Unlike that Two Mommies book, that's that. And I think... Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think that joke still holds up at all.
One of the few examples of think of the men that I will actually agree with.
I'm thinking it's like when people complain about like, oh, how come women don't talk about men's issues? The problem with feminists, feminists, they talk about the patriarchy, and part of the patriarchy is like holding up men to certain standards, like being masculine. And there's a stereotype that looms among us that not straight male is not masculine.
Men be men and women be women. Yeah, and. I know comics have been really forward about trying to change. You had Joe Quesada at Comic-Con this year actually saying that, like, diversity is the way that Marvel is going to go. And they actually backed that shit up with, again, characters like Kamala Khan, female Thor, Jane Fonda as Thor. Jane Foster.
Jane Fonda's an actress, right?
Yes, Jane Foster.
Jane Foster, okay. So from Imaginary Friends, all right.
Yes, she came out. She turned into Thor. She's given the hammer.
Wait, Frankie from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends turned to Thor?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking hang up now. But I think that there's there's always room for improvement. Really, when you just. And that's kind of the issue some people have with video games, is like video games climb a slight hill, and then they're just like, okay, we're good here. We don't need to improve. And it's like,
guys, we already have plenty of women and female characters that aren't stereotypes. Here's one game that you've never heard about, another game you haven't heard about, the same old woman that everyone else uses, and that's it. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's like that film with Alex Baldwin. Where it's just like, always be selling, always be fucking changing. Like, that's the world we live in. You gotta be fucking changing and shit.
It's like, you have to be. It's like, that's how it works. And a lot of it, because this backlash about people feeling uncomfortable, it's kind of good, though. We have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, no,
how are we going to grow up if we don't feel uncomfortable?
To be honest, like, the first time someone called me out as using the word gay too much, I felt really uncomfortable. I felt like, am I the bad guy? No, I'm a cool dude. But then it's like you kind of go, okay, this isn't my issue. It's the issue that a lot of people do this, and I'm just a part of it.
And this idea of like there being good guys and bad guys, it's like we gotta stop that.
We're all bad guys and we're all good guys. Like no one's truly an evil piece of shit. No one's fucking twirling their mustache. And when someone calls you out, again, like
I got that too. The man gay today.
I got called out for like using the word retard once, and I was like, no, it's okay because and this is the one that everyone uses. Retards don't mind when you call them retards, and it's like, I think the thing that really changed my mind was Ann Coulter called the president a retard, and then this man with mental disabilities wrote open letter to her, and he's like, everyone fucking says that. But I have the mental capabilities to understand what you're saying. I've overcome a lot of issues. It's been hard for me. So when I see someone put down people because they're different, it hurts me. And I'm like, fuck, I'm a bad guy. I'm being an asshole in this situation.
Yeah, it's like...
And maybe don't think of yourself as the bad guy. Just say, oh, I'm an asshole. Let me think about what I can do to be less of an asshole.
I think another thing to put in mind is that some people just don't care. And they're just so adamant about not caring and not changing their ways. Because
the only person who's ever said, I don't give a fuck, and I actually believe him, is Quentin Tarantino. Everyone else, you do give a fuck because you're ranting on the internet.
Go to Django 2, and then we'll talk.
Like, no, seriously, like, fucking the only person I fucking believe when they say, I don't give a fuck, is Quentin Tarantino because people are like,
And
man, your
NWA.
movies fucking suck. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go make a fucking movie where I get to shoot Uma Thurman's feet for 20 minutes. I love Quentin Tarantino. Fucking awesome director.
I like
one of my
I
favorite
love
people.
Uma Thurman's feet. So
Apparently, so does Quentin Tarantino.
yep.
So you wanted to talk about Straight Outta Compton, right?
Straight Outta Compton.
And Straight Outta Compton proved that I knew way more about Wu-Tang than I knew about NWA. Because I thought it was no whiteys allowed.
No, it stands for. Okay.
It stands for words we're not allowed to say.
We said fag in this show, so I think it's all fair.
I'm not gonna say. When I said that, I was saying like
I
that's
had
a
darker
term
skin
of
tone.
art.
Nick gets with attitude. That's what it is.
You have a darker complexion than I do. No, when I said that word, I said it just to be like, that's a word I don't want to use. That's a word I used to use. I don't want to. Brett's just throwing that word around. I'm like, no.
No, we have to think about like when is it okay? Because I'm just quoting the name of the actual name of the band NWA. Because I'm not like saying and then there. No, I liked Straight Outta Compton, and this is coming from someone who barely knew anything about NWA or Ruthless going into it. I didn't learn anything. I didn't even know that Ice Cube's son played Ice Cube.
Oh, I knew that. That was because I watched the HBO behind the scenes.
Yes, I didn't watch anything. Like with me, whenever I go into something, I try to get as little. Sometimes I get as little knowledge as possible. I'm just like, fuck it. And I go in there and like try to get mesmerized by it, and I just think it was very interesting to see like because Ice Cube was the best character in that whole movie. He's his son, Ice Cube's son, as Ice Cube. It was kind of had to be weird because to everyone in the world, Ice Cube is one of the most influential voices in rap. To Ice Cube Jr., that's what I'm calling him, Ice Cube Jr. He's just the guy who told him to take out the trash.
No, his name's Water.
Water.
Get it? Because Ice Cube,
Water. Fuck you. So
I shall now be reborn as Ice Tea. Or no, as Water Tea.
That's someone different. Someone completely different.
I know. And I confuse them all the time.
Oh god. No, Ice T is the guy from Law and Order. And Ice Cube is a cool dude.
Yep.
The N-word you love to hate. Now you're making me feel uncomfortable. So, that's a line from a song. Anyway. What were we talking about again?
So I had a question, though.
Okay.
Does knowing that Dre is kind of a jackass, affect the movie?
I was thinking throughout the whole movie, it's like, is this the part where he hits the woman?
Oh,
No.
so is that woman actually featured in the movie?
I think so, but
remember.
they already not featured, but they're like a side character, like they're mentioned, but no hands got hit, no references to being like a piece of shit,
beating the shit out of her, and then when people tried to stop him, a bodyguard pulled a gun on the dude.
Shit. Yeah, it's damn.
Ice-T saying she got what she deserved.
Ice Cube. Oh,
Ice
fuck.
Cube.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
was Ice-T just walking there going, yeah.
I got sent this article and then to be fair, I've heard even the guy who wrote the article was like Straight Outta Compton's fucking great. Dre is kind of a jackass.
Yeah, and I'm just it's really fucked up because Dre, he was an executive producer for Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, so it's gonna take some.
Yeah. That's like imagine if Bill Cosby was the executive producer for the Bill Cosby movie. They're gonna take me some stuff taken out.
There's going to be a whole section of his life that's removed.
Well, lady, let me take you home very safely. Make sure you get there all safe. Goodbye, Jello pudding.
But I think that, the other thing was just that Straight Outta Compton comes out at, the most perfect fucking time for this movie to come out, right?
Yeah.
You have to wonder how long has the pre-production on this been? I think it was in for a while, because they've been trying to make this for a while. And it comes out in a climate that is so perfect for this type of movie. For this, movie of, hey, cops have been fucking with black people for a long fucking time. Here's just one of the most famous cases of it.
Yeah. just driving home, going "fuck the police," coming straight from the underground. Yeah,
it's so weird because I remember like growing up as a kid and remembering shit like that still being a talking point. Where like, should they be able to play a song called "Fuck the Police"?
It's like, well, sure, why not? And nowadays, it's
nowadays no one would give a shit, but back then that was a big issue, in the early 90s.
That's sort of a song that people make fun of, especially like my friends are like, all rap songs are just "fuck the police."
Yeah, there's like fucking memes about "fuck the police" now. Fuck the police till you need them.
Yeah, it's like a lot of my friends that like to make fun of rappers, like, oh, there's "fuck the police." It's like, you want to know why it's "fuck the police"?
Why?
The police have been fucking with them for like years.
Yeah.
Like, KRS said it best. Overseer. Yeah, officer from overseer. You see the similarity? Now check this. It's, oh my god. When Ferguson came out, when Ferguson, was hot, it still is hot.
When Ferguson's debut album dropped.
Ferguson dropped a new beat featuring Ice-T and Ice Cube. No, so, like...
Actually, he's Water T now.
So, take a shit on the floor. So I remember there were a bunch of like white people going like, "Oh my god, I'm so surprised that this happened. Oh my god, it's like I can't believe this is happening." And I'm just thinking like, why do you think the NWA said "fuck the police"? What have you not been listening to Chris Rock stand up? Have you not been listening?
I was gonna say I don't think that the kind of person's like, black people getting shot by the police. Is NWA right about this? I don't think those demographics line up.
It's like you have to understand. It's like nowadays with me, I think I'm not surprised. I don't know why people are surprised if white people listen to rap music because white kids love hip hop.
That guy from Are We There Yet was right about police brutality.
Did you see Barbershop? Me neither. But apparently one of them was right about the police.
My favorite comedian, Ice Cube, from the movie Barbershop 2, featuring my other favorite comedian, Queen Latifah.
How many people remember that Queen Latifah was a rapper?
I don't even. I thought she was a comedian. Never mind. Hell, we're
Queen
getting to a point where people are like, Ice Cube is a rapper?
Yeah, straight from the underground.
Hell, most people are gonna know, like, Ice-T's legacy is gonna be that he was in Gears of War 3 and that he fucking was on Law and Order.
And they're gonna think about that, that...
Rick and Morty episode.
No, not Rick and Morty episode. I'm thinking
Water,
of...
I shall now be Water.
The Irish-American comedian. What's his name? John Mulaney. John Mulaney's joke about Ice-T, where he was talking about... Where every episode they had to explain his job to Ice-T. It's like, you mean to tell me that this guy gets off to little girls with pigtails? It's like, yes, Ice-T.
Oh, yeah, no.
You work in the Special Victims Unit. You should be used to this kind of stuff.
You should have been trained in consent laws by now, okay? You're just bad at your job at this point.
Oh, you mean like when someone has too much ice cream and they have a headache?
You mean you can just walk up to someone and, like, kill them and that's just not legal?
Yeah. That's how you dine. That's the only ice
It's like, how did he make it out of the police academy sometimes? Or, to be
with
fair,
crazy antics with his friend Bobcat Goldthwait.
Fucking goddamn it! I was like, halfway through saying that, I'm like, she's gonna make a fucking police academy joke.
Oh, hey, that's tea, you know, get a prostitute in the podium.
Whatever happened to Bobcat? Where is he now?
I have no idea. He was like the best guest for Space Coast to Coast. He would always be like, every other celebrity would be like, why am I fucking talking to cartoon characters? No, Bobcat was like, hey, it's great to be here with you, the Space Coast. It's all right.
Okay.
Coming straight from the underground. I've been saying that on Tumblr all the time, apropos to anything.
Right between all of your, like, super homoerotic posts. We're just like, drop some real shit.
It's like, this is OTP for life coming straight from the underground.
I fucking like that video you re-uploaded of your Final Fantasy VII review.
Yeah.
And then I'm like looking on my profile, and it's like videos Brett's liked, College Humor, Every YouTube Gamer, Eli, Final Fantasy VII review, and there's just like fucking hardcore like Final Fantasy / like art on there, and I'm like, oh. Yep, better delete that from my fucking internet browsing history.
Hardcore, coming straight from the underground.
And with that, we should wrap up.
Yeah, check out my mixtape at Daft Piff.
My mixtape is dropping at http://
Yeah, you better get that
MySpace.com
AOL 9.0 optimized going on. Just put it on the CD disc. Just ask your parents' permission before you touch this fire mixtape. That's my favorite meme at the moment. The fire.
Ask your parents before touching these sick slick beats.
Get a parent's permission before you touch the flames. It's like, which of these Pokemon do you want to play? Grass, water, fire. Boom.
What is this from?
I'm just making it up as I go.
Oh, you're like, this is my favorite meme. What's it from? Ah, nowhere. I just made it up.
On the fire mixtape. I think it came from Adele.
Adele?
Yeah, where she set fire to the rain.
Okay. Follow Eli at...
Anywhere you want.
At Tumblr and all that good shit.
YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, give me a job. No.
Yeah, I was going to say... MySpace, maybe. I don't know. Is it still up?
Is MySpace still up?
I don't know.
I hope you enjoyed this stream of consciousness.
Slingo slot machine game on AOL.com.
The what?
There's going to be like one person who's like, I remember Slingo.
My first memory of the internet was going to WWE.com because there was a very, very short time where I liked wrestling, but just going up and seeing pandas everywhere, and I'm just thinking, they're not wrestling pandas. Something's...
My first internet memory was playing Slingo and being a really sore loser and telling people like the worst swears I knew as a kid, which was jerk. And I was like, you're a jerk when I would lose at Slingo.
Is that a pinball game?
It was a slot machine style game where you competed with people.
The pinball game, remember from like XP, they would always come with every XP.
The spaceships. Yeah, and then you tilt, and it would just, like, disqualify you. And as a kid, I was like, why does it disqualify me for tilting?
I didn't tilt anything. My computer is stationary. I didn't know the word stationary as a kid, so I'm just ad-libbing.
Okay.
All right.
Follow me at 1TBrett.
The word one.
Twitter. The word one. It'll probably be on screen. Follow Eli wherever he is.
Mm-hmm.
And,
follow me, and I'll be every all night.
I'll be the one to tuck you in at night.
We harmonized there.
Yeah, we did. Really terribly.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Fuck.
I'm going to stop my recording. I'm not going to give you time to like have like that little like sizzler thing at the end. Well, mine's still going, so fuck you.